There we go. Now we're all good to go. Full rhythm for Ant right there. Ladies and gentlemen, and there's the foul. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome everybody to the Western Conference Finals Game 1 here between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the OKC Thunder. Right now, the Timberwolves are coming out and looking like a team that's ready to pull off the upset early on here. 8-0 start here for the Minnesota Timberwolves, coming out early on and looking great. McDaniels makes the first two baskets, and then Ant hits a three. SGA had an air ball with his first shot, and now he's at the free throw line. He missed the first free throw. He makes the second, and that is the first point for the Thunder to score in this game. This is going to be a tough series. This is going to be a tough series. Rudy Gobert with the ball. Gets stripped. Gets it back. Puts it up. No good. Gets his own rebound and puts it in. But they're going to call a loose ball foul on him, so it's not going to count. Rudy Gobert has 2 fouls already? Oh, boy. I was looking down when the first foul happened. What's going on, John? Appreciate you stopping by. I hope both series go 7 games. I hope so, too. I want an entertaining conference finals. We've had a lot of bad games in the playoffs, man. Way too many blowouts, way too many games where teams aren't showing up and doing anything at all. It's been bad. But here we are in the Western Conference Finals. Stages are high. A trip to the NBA Finals is on the line. SGA gets contact, no good. Rebound goes to McDaniels. McDaniels with 4 early points in this game. Anthony Edwards made his first shot. It was a 3. Now here he goes right again, trying to shoot the 3, but nothing's there. He gets it to McDaniels. McDaniels gets it back to Ant. Ant being guarded by Chet. Ant's going to spin. He's going to lose the ball. He thought he was fouled. There should have been something there. There was contact there, but it wasn't called. Here comes SGA. Gets it out to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the slam. 8-3 game here early on in the first quarter of Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Delay of game warning was called on OKC. 8-3 game here. Julius Randle coming off of a great second round performance. He's been great in the playoffs all around. Julius Randle, first shot of the Western Conference Finals. He puts up a 3, no good. Rebound goes to J-Dub. J-Dub driving, not there, gonna get stopped, gonna get it back to SGA. SGA being guarded by Conley. SGA gets fouled. Not basketball, but you like how flag football is going to be included? Yeah, I'm happy that's there. I don't mind it. It'll be entertaining to watch. Jalen Williams drive to the basket. Layup, no good. Rebound goes to Naz Reid. Reid coming up the court. He throws it to Randle that was not paying attention. That's going to be an offensive foul. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Dort. Naz Reid threw the ball to Julius Randle, who wasn't looking, and that was nearly a turnover. By the time he located it, he got it back and then ran right into Dort, and they're going to call a foul on Dort. Wallace coming in, Chet going to sit down. 8-3 early advantage here for the Timberwolves. Conley. Gets it to Ant. Ant, mid-range, it's good. Another missed shot here for the Thunder. Ant with the ball. Edwards got 4 points here early on. He's trying to dance on Wallace. He's going to drive. Dancing again. Dancing again. He's going to work him. Oh, he loses the ball. He loses the ball. Williams takes it away. He's going to drive. Layup. He's blocked by Ant. He steals the ball from Ant, and Ant blocks him. Here comes Conley. Conley layup. No good. The ball goes out of bounds off Randle. It's going to be Thunder ball. I want Lamar, Saquon, and Jets. And sorry, and Justin Jefferson on that flag football. Hey, man, we'll worry about that when we get to 2028. SGA driving to the basket. Yes, Jets. But a foul was called here. Yeah, I mean, we'll see who they select. We'll get to that when we get to that. We'll see who they select, but I'm not worried about that right now. We'll deal with that when it comes to the selection process. Fouls called here. Is that the first or second on Ant? Attack for what? Attack on Ant for what? SGA is gonna shoot the technical free throw. I'm trying to figure out what Ant did that caused them to give him a tech. SGA makes both free throws. It is a 10-6 game here early on in the first quarter of game 1. McDaniels gets it to Randall. Randall, he's going to have to make his presence known. He's being guarded by Hartenstein. He's going to put the shot up. No good. Rebound, Hartenstein. And here comes SGA. He's going to get it to J-Dub. J-Dub back to SGA. SGA going to get a screen from Hartenstein. SGA is going to drive. Contact. Foul. You know, once he drives, they're going to make that call. He drives, any level of contact is going to be free throws. That's just how it's going to be. Any level of contact is going to be free throws. So you've got to be disciplined. You've got to be prepared. You got to understand when SGA has the ball, you know he's going to look for that contact. You just got to be smart in how you're going to play him. Not easy, but you got to be smart in how you're going to play him. 5 SGA hasn't made a single shot, but all 5 of his points are from free throws. Randall for 3. He puts it in. Julius Randle makes his first shot of the game, hits a 3, 13-7 game here. SGA gets his first basket here, 13-9 game. Randall trying to dance on J-Dub. He gets the ball stripped. Here comes Williams. He's going to lob it to Hartenstein, and Hartenstein's going to put it in. 2-point game, 13-11. Advantage still with the Timberwolves, but the Thunder are getting themselves together here in game 1. Now Naz Reid got the ball being guarded by Williams. Reid going to get it to McDaniels. McDaniels gets it to Randall in the corner. Randall for 3, puts it in. Julius Randle, 2 threes early on in this game. Williams gets to the Hartenstein. Hartenstein gets to the Lou Dort. Lou Dort wide open for 3. He can't hit. Rebound goes to Conley. And Conley's going to be fouled by Hartenstein. By Hartenstein. And here's the first time out of the game. What's going on, D? What's going on, TTBG? What's going on, guys? Early on in this game, we're seeing some high-level competitiveness. The Timberwolves are here, but the Thunder not looking to back down at all.
And what you see the other 2 surprises? A joyful bundle of 3. I was thinking of gifting one to each of you. I got AT&T's bundle of 3, iPhone 16 Pro with bundle of 3, iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence for me, and iPad and Apple Watch for you. New and existing customers get their iPhone 16 Pro on us with eligible trade-in. Plus iPad and Apple Watch SE for 99 cents per month. Since 1985,
I'm trying to do something here. Excuse the cough. I've just been dealing with that. All right, there we go. All right. This is a perfect time for me to get some water. I'll be back, guys.
Feeling peckish, Helen ordered her morning groceries. She'd read it. Oh, sod it. Helen wondered why her neighbor looked like naked. Excuse me. Helen picked up her groceries and wanted to die.
Is it that bad? No, it's not like there's any, that's, no problems. NYC about to be burned to the ground if they win the finals. Yeah, won't be safe walking around those streets if they win the championship. I never understand why people like Wingstop. Their wings their wings and food are soggy and nasty. I don't really eat Wingstop, but, you know. I have a Wingstop by my place, but it's not like I eat Wingstop like that. So I don't eat Wingstop. I don't really eat wings like that, so it's not a problem I have to deal with. But hopefully the one that's by your place is not that bad. I don't know. 16-11 game here. Foul's gonna be called here. It's gonna be on Wallace. 16-11 advantage here early on for the Timberwolves. Randall with the ball. Looking for someone, get to the DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo for three. Can't put it in, but Nas Reed there. Gets the rebound, tries to put it back in, doesn't get it. And then McDaniels gets the rebound. And then he gets stripped. Look at the defense by the Thunder, just creating plays. Wow. That's the defense they've had all season long. Here we go. SGA mid-range is good. He puts it in. 16-13 game here in game one. Another turnover here for the Timberwolves. Thunder creating turnovers. Can they turn this turnover once again into points? SGA drives again. Gets it to Dort. Dort gets it to J-Dub. J-Dub one-on-one here against Anthony Edwards. Gets stripped, but a foul's going to get called. Was the foul on Ant or McDaniels? It might have been McDaniels. It's a 1-point game now here. The Thunder continue to make an impact with their defense. McDaniels drives, loses the ball. Another turnover here. And J-Dub's going to take the lead for the Thunder. OKC up 17-16. Yes, it's dangerous to fire a firecracker in your house. It's dangerous. Thunder in 6, easy prediction. We'll see. Randall gets to McDaniels. McDaniels, DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo gets it out to Naz Reid. Reid for 3. He can't put it in. Rebound goes to Chet. OKC's getting comfortable. Just checking in to monitor how you've been doing and how the game's been doing. Been pretty good so far. Watching my Canes play in the Eastern Conference Finals right now, and we started rough against Florida. That's dope. Feels like the Ravens are playing the Chiefs. That's funny. I'm doing good though. Wolves in 6. We'll see. I think this is gonna go 7. Chet drives, gets it to Dort. Dort pops the 3. Too strong. Rebound goes to McDaniels. Ant for 3. No good. Rebound goes to the Thunder. Thunder have been making some great stops here. SGA with the ball. SGA being guarded by Reid. SGA is going to pop the 3. SGA is not going to get it in. The rebound goes to McDaniels. Whatever team makes the finals, I don't care. Knicks in 6. So you're already just assuming they're going to beat the Pacers. All right, we'll see how that works out. DiVincenzo for 3. Puts it in. And Minnesota regains the lead. Yeah, I don't think we should be overlooking teams. A lot of teams that were overlooked, all of a sudden, we get an Eastern Conference Finals of Pacers-Knicks because people overlook teams. That Knicks-Pacers series is going a distance, by the way. That's a coin flip. So, assuming automatically the Knicks going to win, I don't know about that. And then assuming the Knicks are going to beat any team out west, we'll see. Pacers are a fake team? Yeah, all right. So, I just want to know what we played this game before. We talked about this before. We've talked about this before with these assumptions that we're making here. We've talked about this before about the assumptions we make about teams before the games even happen. So, what happens if the Pacers go out and win this series? Are they just going to get smacked around? Should we just automatically assume if the Pacers beat the Knicks? What does that make the Knicks? If the Pacers win this series, what does that make the Knicks? I just want to know. If the Pacers win this series, what does that make the Knicks? Because we keep doing this thing where we're overlooking teams, and then those teams end up winning. Because everybody overlooked the Knicks heading into that series against the Celtics. Celtics defending champions, all the talent in the world. That should be an easy series. The Knicks didn't beat the Cavaliers or the Celtics all regular season. They didn't beat a single contending team in the regular season. Yet they went into the Garden in game 1 and 2 against the Boston Celtics and won both those games. In a situation in which people thought that series would have been over at 5 and 6, instead they win that series in 6. So you're free to overlook the Pacers if you want to take that risk. You're free to call them a Mickey Mouse team if you want to take that risk. But don't be surprised if the Pacers are the team that's heading to the finals. That's all I'm saying. You know, we never seem to learn our lesson in terms of just overlooking teams. We never seem to learn that lesson until all of a sudden the games happen. And all of a sudden the team that we thought was fraudulent ends up winning the series. But hey, this is me. Again, if you haven't been watching the Pacers all season, you probably don't even know what they've been doing. And I'm not sitting here acting like I'm watching all the Pacers games. But I've watched enough games to understand that the Pacers are a legit team. I don't see the Pacers winning the championship. I think the championship is going to be out west this year. I think it's going to come down to OKC or Minnesota. I just think those teams from a depth perspective and a defensive perspective, I look at both those teams and say they can win the championship. So I'm not sitting here saying the Pacers are going to win the title. I'm not saying I'm picking the Pacers to win the title. What I'm saying is I've watched enough Pacers games to understand that this team is a lot better than what people are willing to give them credit for. You play who's in front of you. You play who's in front of you, and they beat the two teams that were in front of them. Healthy, not healthy. I mean, the Celtics won a championship last year with that. Injuries are going to happen. You play who's in front of you. And again, from what the Pacers have done this year, the Pacers are a much better team defensively than they were last year. Last year, they were not great defensively. This year, they are. They've got several players, several players that are scoring in double digits. You don't know who could be the guy to consistently score on a night-to-night basis. One night it's Halliburton, the next night it's Miles Turner, the other night it's Pascal Siakam. You don't know what you're getting in. Both Nembhard and Nesmith have been consistent on both ends of the court. I'm just saying, just overlook the Pacers and act like the Knicks of all teams is just this world beater that's just going to dominate the Pacers. Do what you got to do with that. That's all I'm saying. You play who's in front of you, so we'll see how that goes. Celtics should have even won last year. 100% dudes just got to play every team without their star player. Hey, I can make the argument for that. I can make the argument for that. But at the same time, we play the what ifs. That's why, it's difficult talking about it. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? Playoff games without Boston. Love it. As a Heat fan, I absolutely love Boston now in the playoffs. That's a waste of a challenge early on. That's a waste. Oh, that's just not a good decision to challenge early on if you're OKC. It's early in the game. It's the first quarter. I'm not wasting my challenge in the first quarter. Alex Caruso is in the game. The main man responsible for that Game 7 domination because of the defense he put on Jokic is in the game. Chet drives, layup is in and out. Looked like it was going down and it just goes in and out. Naz Reid coming up the court, gets it to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo gets it to Reid. Reid for three. No good. If I'm being serious, I got Knicks in 6 over the Pacers. I'm just joking. I take the Pacers seriously. They got chemistry. I think, honestly, it's going to be a 6 or 7 game series between the Knicks and Pacers. If it comes down to it, I think the biggest aspect that's going to matter in this conversation is going to be the matchup of Karl-Anthony Towns versus Miles Turner. That's going to be the matchup that's going to matter the most. And I think Cat ultimately holds the keys to the Knicks' finals chances. Because if Karl-Anthony Towns continues to be inconsistent, I don't know if you can trust him. Because this Pacers team, they're legit. The Pacers play at such a fast pace offensively. They get up the court quickly and score like that. At times, the Knicks offense can be slow and janky. At times, the Knicks offense can fail to show up. That doesn't really happen with the Pacers offense. They're quick. And since they're better defensively this year than they were last year, that can be problematic. Overall, the better team is the Knicks. Because, again, when you look at their roster from a talent perspective, you look at the names they have. Brunson, Cat, Bridges, Anunoby. They should be able to beat out Halliburton, Siakam, Turner, Toppin. I'm just saying. From a talent perspective, they should be able to beat them out. Depth-wise, both teams have depth. So we're not worried from the depth perspective. We're not worried from the talent perspective. Offensively, I like the Pacers offense more than I like the Knicks offense. But defensively, I like the Knicks defensive, especially with Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges. I like what they bring defensively. Yeah, I said Siakam. I like what they bring defensively. I just look at this and say, it's a tough one, and it's going to come down to Karl-Anthony Towns. I just think Karl-Anthony Towns is going to hold the keys as to whether or not the Knicks are going to get to the finals. If Cat ultimately fails to show up and struggles in this series, the Pacers can take this. If Cat can be consistent and dominant, the Knicks are going to the finals. But we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow. You got to throw it up. Walker puts it up. And a loose ball foul is going to be called on the Thunder. But yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup no matter how you look at it. Yeah, better not sell like he did with the Wolves last year. Yeah, if Cat doesn't show up, they've got no chance to win this. Well, they do have a chance to win if Cat doesn't show up, but it will not be easy. Shot clock violation because it didn't hit the rim. The Thunder's defense, they've been doing a good job right now. They're starting to frustrate these guys. 20-17 game here in the first quarter. A minute left to go. Isaiah Joe just hit a 3 and ties the game at 107. That's 107. At 20-20 with 107 left to go in the first. Tie game here. Edwards gets it to Walker. Alexander Walker. Gonna get it back to Edwards. Edwards back to Walker. Walker for 3. In and out. Oh, Clark gets the rebound and puts it in. SGA puts up the shot. No good. He was clearly looking for the contact to get the foul call. 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 2-point lead here for the Timberwolves. Ant gonna drive. Ant gets inside, puts up the shot. No good, and Ant's hurt. Ant is holding his ankle. Ant is holding his ankle. That's not good. He's limping a little. He's not down on the ground, but it's clear that ankle. Ooh. And it's tough because Ant's been dealing with that ankle injury throughout the playoffs. He had hurt that ankle not game one, in the first round. Wasn't that the injury that happened when him and LeBron ended up colliding, and it was like that ankle injury where he was down and we were like, oh, this is serious, and then he got back up and he was okay. Ant hits the first free throw. He's been dealing with that since round 1, so it's just something that, as long as he doesn't re-aggravate it too much, he's going to be fine, but it's just something he's battling through. The unfortunate part of the playoffs is everybody's going to be dealing with something. You just going to have to play through it. Ant misses the second free throw, and you can tell, man, he's still dealing with that ankle injury. SGA, 5 seconds. Pulls up, can't hit it, and that's going to end the first quarter here. The Timberwolves with an early 3-point advantage. They're up 23-20 after the first quarter. Highly competitive game here. Lots of great defensive plays being made here after the first quarter. Number one I learned in sports is never overlook a team no matter who they are. When you saw Boston get blown out, I bet you were having a party. No, Tatum got hurt, so I couldn't enjoy. Once Tatum suffered that injury, I immediately knew I could not enjoy the I couldn't enjoy the them being eliminated. I wanted to, but once he got hurt, it was like, yeah, I can't enjoy this. I am happy the Celtics are gone, but like I can't enjoy the game. Like after he got hurt, I was like, yeah, can't enjoy this. One of those type of situations where I knew I wasn't gonna be able to enjoy it afterwards. I wish Tatum didn't get hurt. I really did. They were gonna lose that game no matter what, but I really wished he didn't get hurt. That's just one of those things, man. It's one of those things that you just. That's just how it is sometimes in sports, man. It's just you never know how things are gonna go. You never know how things are gonna go. Reminder, the Mavs would have been here if Nico Harrison wasn't an idiot. Technically, I don't know if they would have. The Mavs were dealing with a lot of injuries during that time. Luka was not healthy before he got traded. He was dealing with injuries. Several guys were dealing with injuries. I don't know if they would have been here. They were not having a good season at all. So I don't know if they would be in the Western Conference Finals because they were struggling. They were actively struggling. I have no clue how things would have gone. But they were actively struggling. Anthony Edwards is in the locker room right now. You know he just re-aggravated that ankle injury. Gotta hope for the best, but he's in the locker room right now. Second quarter getting ready to get started. Oof. Mavs are gonna win the finals next year. Cooper Flag's gonna be our new looker. Good luck with that. Hey man, it's good to have hopes and dreams. I'm not gonna take away from your hopes and dreams, man. Best of luck on that. You know, hopefully that happens for you guys, but I don't know about that. Man. That's a interesting take, but hey. Best of luck there. Best of luck there. Give him the cortisone. They're gonna go give him something in the locker room. Ant's not leaving this game. Got a pump. That's crazy. They gonna give him something. Obviously, you know he ain't gonna be back in that locker room for long. They're gonna give him something. 7 turnovers in the first quarter for OKC is just not a good thing. Not for OKC, for Minnesota, it's just not good. Especially a Thunder team that can create points off turnovers. With their defense, you can't be turning the ball over like that. They will turn that into points in a flash. They need to make sure. They need to make sure. They need to make sure they do a better job at protecting the basketball and not turning it over. Here we go. Ant is still in the locker room right now, so you got Conley on the court with DiVincenzo, Gobert. Oh, nearly still Gobert, McDaniels, and Randall. Julius Randle drives, fouls, he's going to the line. Randall hits the first free throw. And the second free throw here is missed by Julius Randle. Turnover here for OKC. Some quick turnovers here for OKC early on in the second quarter. Couple mistakes. Ant is still out right now. Conley, that was not a good look for Mike Conley. He just threw it up there. Hartenstein with the ball. Get to the Wallace. Wallace. Oh, it gets tipped by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo steals the ball. DiVincenzo needed help. Rudy Gobert. What is Rudy Gobert doing? Oh, my goodness. They had the advantage, and Rudy Gobert tried to... All right, bro. Rudy Gobert's got no bag. What was that? What is Rudy doing? It's a 2-on-1 situation, and Rudy, what did he just try to... Why did he slow down and try to Euro step? Man, if you don't go up for it... All right, bro. All right. What do you think that he should do during the offseason? Do not run it back. The Heat should not run it back. Look to get a star. Hartenstein hits a floater. They're going to look to get some players. I mean, they're going to look to retool the team. That's all they can look to do. They're going to look to retool the team. That's all that has to be said. They're going to look to retool the team. What? Oh, that's wild. Hartenstein just tied the game. Hartenstein just tied the game up right here. DiVincenzo for three. No good. They got to get Ant back out here and quick. Oh, boy. Good defense right there by the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo for three. In and out. Oh, my goodness. A lot of these looks are just going in and out. My God. DiVincenzo's 1 of 5 from the three-point line. Getting some nasty basketball being played right now because guys are missing layups. They're missing open threes. It ain't a good look. I'll tell you that right now. It ain't a good look. McDaniels to Conley. Conley to Randall. Randall for three. Hits it. Julius Randle. Man, I got to say this, man. Julius Randle has been great throughout the entirety of this playoffs. He was great in round 1. He was great in round 2. He's off to a good start here. Julius Randle has been exactly what the Minnesota Timberwolves needed him to be. Offensive foul on Hartenstein. DiVincenzo's got to get in the arc. You just got to get in the paint and quit shooting. I got you. But it's not like he's getting bad looks. DiVincenzo's getting open looks. They're just not hitting. Like, 2 of his threes have literally gone in and out. Nothing you could do there. Ant is still not out. We don't know what's going on with Anthony Edwards. I don't even know if he's back on the sideline there. Is he? Julius Randle's trying to hold it down right now while they figure out what's going on with Ant. They're going to call offensive foul. They're going to call offensive foul. Alex Caruso got in perfect position for that. Yep, absolute great position there. Great position. He was in great position to get the charge. Hartenstein with the ball. 3-point lead here for the Timberwolves. Hartenstein's going to drive on Rudy Gobert. He gets blocked. Wallace gets the ball back to Caruso. Caruso for three. Puts it in. Alex Caruso ties the game at 27-all. 7:50 left to go here in the first half. DiVincenzo gets it to McDaniels. McDaniels can't get the three. The ball goes out to Randle. Randle's going to get an open three. Randle's going to put another three in. Julius Randle showing up here in game 1 and keeping this team alive while we find out what's going on with Ant. Julius Randle with 13 points, 4 or 5 from the three-point line. Hartenstein with the floater. Anthony Edwards is not back yet again. Yet again, another turnover here, but this time the Thunder couldn't save it. But yeah, Anthony Edwards is still in the locker room. We have no idea what's going on for him, and he has not returned to the sideline. 30-29 game here. If Ant's out for severe time, they're in serious trouble. DiVincenzo to the corner. McDaniels for three. Alexander Walker for three. He hits the three. Timeout OKC. Minnesota up 33-29. I don't know what that was by Rudy Gobert. That was awful. The entire NBA got to hate Caruso's guts. He looked so annoying to play against. Nah, they don't hate him. You respect a guy like that. That's a guy you want on your team. So they don't hate him. They respect him. 4-point lead here for the Timberwolves.
Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop step-out and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, depression, or suicidal thoughts before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Zepbound needs change.
Ask your doctor about Zepbound.
Sun meets horizon. Lime meets cerveza. Corona. La playa awaits.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal is back. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. It's the biggest deal in breakfast. Dunkin's $6 meal deal.
Imagine if there's an ESPN Sportsbook app that linked to the ESPN app so you could track bets while you check stats. Go from streaming to betting in a couple taps. Personalized offers based on your fantasy team.
You're literally describing ESPN Bet, which exists.
Be a total game changer. One of my best ideas.
ESPN Bet, the official sportsbook of ESPN. Sign up today and receive $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 bet.
The mission: sneak inside, give out Pepsi to enhance the food's flavor.
To Will and Diane, you go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Babe, who is that?
I don't know. But he is right about the Pepsi and hot dogs.
He escaped.
Cats, we have a blue dog to get tickets. Now, Lilo and Stitch, rated PG, in theaters Friday. Get tickets now.
You might be dreaming of ending the drought. You might believe good things come in threes. All that matters now is winning this game. The Western Conference Final. Oilers, Stars. Wednesday at 8 on ESPN.
Don't want to miss a matchup? Just tell Siri. Show me the playoff basketball schedule.
Time for tonight's chill performance, brought to you by Coors Light. Julius Randle, the all-NBA power forward. Look, off the dribble, you go under the screen, he got you. You leave him open in the corner three, knocks it down, no problem. Here, same thing, ball rotation. What does he do? He catches it, looks, deep three. He is doing it from all over the floor. Off of a loose ball, steps into the three. He is the leading scorer in this game with 13.
He's smiling because of his play, and he's smiling because Anthony Edwards is back on the floor. Edwards, when he came out, you knew things were good. He wasn't limping anymore, and he had a big smile on his face. Keep a close eye, see if there's any difference. Steven Chenzo almost poked another one away. Oh, beautiful drop of the finish. Wiggins, one of those, whatever you need on any given night type of player from Mark Dignaw. Randall guarded by Lou Dort. Alexander Walker can't get it. Gobert deflects it out of bounds. And last touch. This was Edwards. Looks like he looks pretty good there.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Look, that's a long walk too, so you get a chance to run it out. But look, those are the things from Ant. That inspires your team. They know you rolled your ankle, but you're going to show up and you're going to give it all.
Chenzo whips the pass. Alexander Walker off the bounce. Gets it out the corner. Randall. Nice fake on Dort. Goes inside. And a 24-second violation.
So what's the defensive switch? With Julius Randle, as you say, the leading scorer, they've now switched the matchup. I know Ant was off the floor, but that time he's on. Mason Wallace was checking him. Lou Dort, the old defensive player, took the Julius assignment. Does that stay?
Gildas Alexander. Jump shot misses. Gobert the rebound. Wallace back on Edwards. Randall used height advantage and weight advantage on Wiggins. Beautiful turnaround shot. He's got 15 points.
Mike, he leverages the strength that he has in his upper body as well as any player in the league.
Provident Homer couldn't quite get it. Gobert picks up the errant pass. Even Chenzo, quick catch inside Gobert. Little pirouette. A little awkward. Wiggins brings it back out. Dort giving some room for a three. Wiggins poking it away from Gobert. Parker gets it, gets inside. And misses.
Julius Randle has 18 points. Anthony Edwards is back in the game. SGA can't get anything to hit right now. Julius Randle is taking over in this first half. DiVincenzo for three. Once again in and out, but Rudy Gobert gets the rebound. And a jump ball between Chet and Rudy Gobert. My goodness.
Leveraging into this 3 points. And his coach talked about playing in straight lines, but you're just walking into 3-point shots right now if you're him. And you got to make him a little more comfortable. I know he's a driver, but you can't short close on a guy who's killing you from 3 like that.
He had his arms open when he crossed half court. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Julius Randle is going off right now. I mean, he's playing fantastic right now.
We're going to get a break right now. Nas Reed and McDaniels will check in.
And Ant gets the ball. Julius Randle going to the bench. 18 points here in the first half. What a performance by him. He's absolutely showing up and being the guy the Timberwolves needed him to be. Ant tries to bank it off the glass. No good, but it goes to Alexander Walker, who puts up a shot because the shot clock was about to go out. Rebound goes to Hartenstein. Here comes Lou Dort. Lou Dort gets it to Isaiah Joe. Joe gets it to Chet Holmgren. Holmgren goes at Rudy Gobert, turns around and puts in a jump shot. Beautiful shot there by Chet Holmgren. 38-33 here.
You can actually be a little bit more deliberate with where you finish.
Rudy Gobert hits the shot right there, 40-33. Wallace puts in the 3. What's up, Keeping It Real? Are you watching this on ESPN? Yeah, I'm watching this on ESPN. The entire NBA. Oh, yeah, I see that one. But yeah, I'm watching this on ESPN. Nas Reed just popped a quick 3. No good. Rebound goes to Hartenstein. 3.5 left to go here in the first half. SGA turns the ball over. Wow. Minnesota going to call a timeout here, but wow. Turnover right there.
He's guarding a guy who's got get-by ability and a great handle, but look at his willingness to push up into pressure and force a turnover. Ooh, that might have been off his foot.
Are you being serious? You let me interview you.
Did it cost? No, I'm watching this just on ESPN. It didn't cost anything. I don't know why. Maybe acting up for some people, but I'm on ESPN. I'm not on ESPN Plus. So I'm watching this on ESPN. But yeah, it's on ESPN. I didn't need an ESPN Plus or anything like that, so I don't know why it's acting up for some people.
You can skip the trip to the grocery store and stay right where you need to be. Dash Pass by DoorDash. Your door, more savings.
That's why we do it, Marcy. It really makes all the effort worth it. Gathering the most in-depth info, making a clean new homes.com, improves home shopping, creating a better way for people to find the perfect home to build their lives. Are you okay?
No, it's the dust. Face allergy.
Oh, there's another one. That's why we do it, isn't it? Got a lot of dust in here.
So dusty.
Yeah. Ding dong.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Where are my contacts? Maybe you should keep your eyes on the road, Janice. I have to be able to see first flow, take driving very seriously. Yeah, well, that's what Progressive Snapshot is
was a crazy first half to see Julius run up 18 points. I ain't gonna lie.
This is the legendary right here. If this can talk, then it tells stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Military.
Time for tonight's playoff schedule brought to you by McCarty Runs. TNT on Wednesday, Game 1, Eastern Conference Final. Knicks hosting the Pacers. And then we'll be here.
Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals tomorrow, and then Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals on Thursday.
Julius Randle, 5 and 6. Isaiah Hartenstein getting a lot of those lobs. Getting a break right now. Outstanding first half. Russo now guarding Edwards. Edwards with 7 points. Obviously was in the back for a while. Good was out of Raiders. 9 points. Edwards fouls away. Another one in and out.
40-36 game here.
Alexander after Jalen Williams. Under 3 to play, second quarter. Strong to watch play defense. Just seems like it's everywhere. Contested shot.
Excuse me, man. I got that cough going on harsh today. Wow. Okay. The defense that they're putting on SGA right now is actively disturbing him. SGA's got 9 points on 2 of 11 shooting. Oh, they have taken SGA out of this game right now. They have taken SGA out of this game right now.
Conley, the veteran. Big inspiration for these Timberwolves that you're talking about. Win one for Mike.
They have taken SGA out of this game right now. This is crazy. Randall's back in the game. He puts up a shot, no good, but he was fouled, so he's going to the free throw line.
Julius Randle, but he does it from everywhere, and that's the versatility. Yes, they made that trade for Karl Anthony Towns, but what he's able to do with the playmaking and the rebounding, they are both great players, but different. And the way that Julius Randle impacts this game helps the Timberwolves so much.
Let's bring in Lisa Salters.
And like Julius said at this morning shoot around, that getting this far for the first time in his career has given him such an appreciation for teams like the Warriors. So much so that he said he told Draymond Green after they closed out Golden State about how much respect he has for them for grinding like this, getting this deep in the playoffs consistently. He said some guys are already on their second vacation, so getting ready to start training for next season and being a part of the Final Four. Randall said you're still working. He said grind. He said he just thought about doing it year after year and just had to tip his hat.
Last year, Lisa, he missed the playoffs with that shoulder injury. As Dort goes to the floor and closing down his match for Holmgren. And then back to a 4-point game.
This is a highly competitive game right now. 42-38. SGA's been taken out of the game right now. The defense on him has been amazing. Here we go. Edwards for 3. Puts it in. Anthony Edwards trying to get back in a rhythm. That's his first 3 here in the second quarter. First shot is made since he's gotten back. 45-38. The Timberwolves are doing a good job right now. Here comes Caruso. Caruso gets it stolen by Randall. Randall's just doing everything right now. Playing well offensively, playing well defensively. Nas Reed with the ball. Get to the Conley. Conley gets to the Randall. Randall might shoot another 3 here. He's going to get it to Reed. Reed being guarded. Oh, he lost the ball. That's good defense. J-Dub with the defense. Get to the SGA. SGA splits the 2 defenders and misses the layup. SGA's getting clamped up in the first half. Ant fakes the 3, drives, Ant fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Wow. This is a 90s type of game like this. There's like no scoring. Bro, there's some scoring here and there. But man, it's not even like these guys are just playing bad. This is some great defense being played right now. I mean, SGA is being clamped up. They got 2 bodies on Ant. On SGA. They've got sorry, I said Ant because he just made the first free throw. It's 46-30. Yeah, so he just made the first free throw. SGA has 9 points on 2 of 12 shooting. They're clamping him up. I'm watching them put 2 bodies on SGA as soon as he touches the ball and tries to drive. They're putting 2 bodies on him. They're forcing him into tough shots. The defense that the Timberwolves are playing on SGA right now is high. It's high. Anthony Edwards with his second free throw, he puts both in. 47-38, 114 left to go. The Minnesota Timberwolves are taking it to the OKC Thunder here in game 1. Largest lead of the game, 9 points. SGA drives, spins, gets blocked. This is what I'm talking about. They've got 2 bodies on him. The help is there every time he tries to the basket. Conley for 3. He can't hit. Joe gets the rebound, gets to the SGA. SGA, every time he drives to the basket, there's somebody on him. That's a foul. They're putting bodies on SGA and giving him no space. And if he drives to the basket, immediately, he's getting faced with multiple bodies. Wow. I would think a foul merchant would be able to drive through 2 bodies. Now that might have been a foul right there. Alexander was on the floor. That might have been a foul right there. No foul was called. That might have been a foul. I'm not gonna lie. Legit, that should have been called earlier. Y'all were doing too much there. That absolutely should have been called a little bit earlier.
Right here, the extra that finally got the foul call on him, but he's giving them to him the entire time. But Anthony Edwards may be the best matchup.
Luka would face on this defense, just saying Luka wasn't healthy this year. So you're just saying nothing for nothing. Luka was not healthy. He was not healthy. He wouldn't be doing anything against this. He faced off against the Timberwolves. What are you talking about? Luka would feast on this defense. On the Timberwolves defense? You mean the same defense he played in round 1 when he was getting locked up because he wasn't healthy? What are you talking about? Did the Timberwolves not take on the Lakers and beat them in 5 games in round 1? Luka faced off against the same defense. We saw what happened. He wasn't healthy. So saying Luka would feast on this defense, what defense? OKC's defense or Minnesota's defense? Because we saw what he did against Minnesota's defense. That wasn't a good look. But again, we all understood he was not 100%. He was still dealing with injuries and tried to put somebody to bed. He's going to the free throw line, but Ant was trying to get a body. I was just saying in general healthy. The problem is, Noob, he wasn't healthy. Yeah, healthy Luka probably does do some serious damage against this. Yeah, but Luka wasn't healthy this year. He wasn't healthy when he wasn't healthy for much of the year. He wasn't healthy when he got traded to the Lakers, and then he just wasn't healthy all throughout. He was not healthy, so there's nothing you could have done about that.
You're not going to get the ball. You miss the ball because he brings it so far back. You just make sure that you don't give up an and one of that. Great playoff foul there by New York.
This is the second Holmgren runs down the rebound. Edwards harassing him.
30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Yeah, in general, sure, but I mean, Luka wasn't healthy this year, so it's nothing he could have done this year. $30 seconds left, 8-point game. SGA's driving. SGA, nice pass. Gets it to Williams. Williams puts up the layup. It's good. 6-point game. This should be the final possession of the game. Shot clock. Final possession game, Jesus. Final possession of the half. Shot clock turned off. 48-42. Ant with the ball. 15 seconds left to go in the first half. He's being guarded here by J-Dub. He's going to get it to Randall. Randall, 10 seconds left on the clock. Randall, not paying attention. J-Dub with the defense. Strips it from him. He puts up the shot. He misses the layup. Oh my God, he missed the layup. Joe missed the layup, but a foul was called. Jalen Williams is playing some fantastic defense this first half. And Julius Randle not paying attention and getting stripped like that is crazy. Now, I would say he should have finished that. J-Dub knows he has to finish that layup. J-Dub absolutely knows he's got to finish that layup. Julius Randle has been the best player on the court for them today, and he's got 3 fouls. That's not a good look heading into the second half. Joe's going to make the first free throw here. 1.7 seconds left to go in the half. We're in for a classic finish here. Most likely going into half with it at the very most 5, at the very least 4. 4-point game. 48-44, 1.7 seconds left. We are at halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are at halftime. The Minnesota Timberwolves have a 48-44 lead here in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Julius Randle, 20 points. Anthony Edwards, 13. Your two stars leading the way with this early advantage. SGA getting clamped up, getting locked up right now. He's going to have to show up in the second half if the Thunder are going to pull away for this Game 1 victory. So we'll see what happens in the second half. Either way, stars are showing up here for the Timberwolves. And OKC is going to have to respond in the second half. We'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the second half. I have to take care of something. So until then. All right, boy, look at these turnovers.
Style, I'd say. It's a flick as Edwards just falls on Gilgeous Alexander. That's 3 fouls on Edwards. Let's go to the locker room.
Look at these turnovers.
Considering how much they struggle offensively.
48-44.
Jalen Williams a combined
Second half basketball.
only a 4-point game coming out.
SGA trying to get some space, but getting trapped. Williams for three, puts it in. 1 point game right here, 48-47. Good way to start off this second half here for OKC. Jalen Williams with 9 points. He's also struggling, 3 of 10 from the field. Williams is struggling, SGA struggling. Offensively, they're just struggling here in game 1. Conley gets open for 3. He can't hit it. Rebound goes to Chet. And here comes J-Dub with the ball. 1 point game here. J-Dub, mid-range. Can't make it. Rebound goes to McDaniels. All right. Here comes Anthony Edwards. Trying to get a screen. Gonna get a screen from Gobert. And another screen. And he gets it to Gobert. And Gobert tries to pass in the corner to McDaniels. And it gets stolen by SGA. SGA is gonna drive. He's looking for some space. Gets it out to Chet. Chet puts up the shot over Julius Randle. It's good. And the Thunder take the lead. The Thunder take the lead. Conley, floater, good. Which one of these teams will punch a ticket to the big dance? I think OKC in 7, but we'll see. Chet gets fouled. SGA is such a free throw merchant. Yep, that's what people have been saying about him. That's why Jokic MVP. I mean, the votes have already been casted. If they voted SGA, they voted SGA. There's nothing you can do about that.
This early this season before he went down with the injury. The off the bounce game and the passing is going to change what he can do as a dynamic offensive player.
Sometimes his impact goes under the radar. When you have a Gilgeous Alexander, when you have the emergence of Jalen Williams, and here in the Bucks, he's their leading rebounder and shot blocker. He's their third leading scorer, averaging just under 16 points, just under 10 boards. He's one of the best shot blockers throughout the playoffs of anybody.
Both free throws were made here. OKC regains the lead 51-50. But Edwards, McDaniels, and Randall all in foul trouble with 3 fouls here. McDaniels, mid-range, good. Sorry, fix the score. You just gave a basket to OKC. SGA puts up the shot. It's good and one. And that's going to be on McDaniels. That's his 4th.
About the 19 minutes where he wasn't at the free throw line, but this guy is one of the best in the game at just this.
That's not a foul. That's not a foul. See, this is why they call him a free throw merchant. That's not a foul on McDaniels. Where's the foul on McDaniels? If anything, SGA initiates the contact. It's not a foul. This is why they call SGA a free throw merchant. That's not a foul. That wasn't a foul. That wasn't a foul. That was not a foul on McDaniels. Conley's gonna get fouled. He's gonna go to the free throw line.
Conley's going to go to the line. The 37-year-old, 18th year in the NBA. And I feel like Conley has had a couple of opportunities. He's missed some bunnies in the lane. I'd like to see him aggressive. If you're just watching Ant Edwards and Julius Randle work, that's going to be an issue. His 104th playoff game tonight, which is his third conference final. As we look at the upcoming conference final schedule, TNT Wednesday in the East. The Knicks will host the Pacers game 1 Eastern time. And then back here for game 2 Thursday on ESPN. 8:30. Conley played in the conference final, obviously, last year with Minnesota. Back in 2013 for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's been an all-star. He's been an NBA All-Defense. As respected in the locker rooms and around the league as anybody in the league over the past 20 years.
Conley hits the second free throw here. Man, this cough is such an annoyance. It's just annoying. Doesn't bother me in the morning. Bothers me. The more I talk, the more it happens. Floater by Hardenstein. Beautiful floater right there. Ant for three. Puts it in. Anthony Edwards hits the three. 16 points for Anthony Edwards.
Good job taking the right angle to get his teammate open.
57-56. SGA gets open for three. He can't hit it. Rebound goes to Ant. Edwards coming up the court right now. He's got the ball. Going through two defenders. Gets it out to the corner. Conley for three. And he puts it in. Mike Conley hits the three. Timeout OKC.
Minnesota back up by 4 here early third quarter of game 1. Right now, AI can help discover all the little things that add up.
Minnesota regaining some balance here to regain the lead. OKC with the timeout.
Little things that add up to something big. The power of Dell AI with Intel inside. Delivering wins that change the game for everyone.
Ready for an ultra?
Gracie for an ultra?
Don't forget, there's opens on the line.
Taco Bell's new $5, $7, $9 Bucks Cravings boxes give you extravagant options, including the decadent Cantina Chicken Burrito. Realize, choose your Bucks Cravings box, only at Taco Bell.
Okay, go to the T. Pecan.
Confused? Maybe you just need a Snickers pecan. Plus, Anderson invites you to discover Zsa Zsa Gordon. He's full. Up yourself to a hell legendary. Got fired. And romantic.
Holy moly.
The Venetian Ski, rated PG-13 in select theaters in New York and Los Angeles, May 30th. Theaters everywhere, June 6th. Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you right here in America. And we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want at the price you want. Knowing Nissan is here for you.
Get a low $299 per month lease on road, or get 0% APR for 60 months on Pathfinder.
Believe me, when it comes to investing, you'll love Carl's way. But there's a Carl's
Oy.
way is the best way.
Is it? At Schwab, how I choose to invest is up to me.
Exactly. I can invest and trade on my own.
Yes, and I let them manage some investments for me too.
Let's move on, shall we? No can do.
I'll get out here.
Where are you going?
Schwab.
Schwab, a modern approach to wealth management.
It starts in darkness. Let's take a look. Who's enjoying the limelight? Brought to you by Corona Extra.
Sounds like you might need a Corona. Late clock situation, so Rudy Gobert sets a standing screen for Julius, and then the ability to get through traffic.
Timberwolves making some nice plays here in this third quarter. OKC's gonna have to respond.
But it's like watching him pro. Left the board. Let me get back to the middle. Throw my arms out to draw a foul. But I love that Conley gets his feet there, gets his feet set, and has that quick release.
Alexander Walker's come in from Minnesota.
Here we go. Alexander Walker's in. J-Dub. Mid-range. Good. 11 points here for Jalen Williams. 60-58. 7 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Been a struggle offensively for the Thunder. Conley with the ball. He's got space. Attempts to pop the three. Nothing there. Now he's going to drive. Gets it to Randall. Randall being pressed. 5 seconds. Randall's got to make a choice. Randall sees Conley open for three. Conley nearly hits it. Rudy Gobert keeps it alive. It gets tipped out to Randall. Randall gets to Conley. Conley for three again. He can't hit this time. Rebound goes Williams. SGA coming up the court. 6.5 left to go. SGA gonna get a screen, but an offensive foul was caught on Lou Dort for the illegal screen. Fourth foul here on Dort. DiVincenzo's coming in for the Timberwolves. And while Conley's going to go sit down, Minnesota's shooting 12 of 35 from the three. OKC's 4 from 10. OKC's not really taking a lot of three-point shots. It's not really hitting for them that much, so they're not taking a lot of those shots. They're getting their points in the paint. DiVincenzo gets it to Rudy, and Rudy gets fouled. He's going to the line. Rudy Gobert is going to the free throw line here. Rudy Gobert at the free throw line. 2-point lead here for the Timberwolves. Gobert with the first free throw. It is no good. Rudy misses the first free throw. Second free throw attempt is no good. Rudy Gobert misses both free throws here. Isaiah Joe drives to the basket, gets stopped. He's gonna look to kick it out. Gets it to Williams. Williams gonna dance on Randall. 6 seconds. Gonna drive, puts up a shot. It's good! Jalen Williams is starting to get comfortable. He's starting to show up here in the second half, and the Thunder need him to. The team is struggling shooting the ball today, and they need some of their best players to show up in crucial time. DiVincenzo open for three. He takes a shot. No good. Once again, it's another shot that just doesn't go in the basket for DiVincenzo. He's getting good looks, but it's just not going in. SGA drives, puts up a mid-range shot. It's good. OKC regains the lead. Time out, Minnesota. OKC up 62-60. Minnesota going to call a timeout here.
With Snapdragon, there's no limit to what you can do and what you can discover on the fastest PCs with multi-day battery life. And that's 85% more beef than a quarter-pound burger.
2 point lead here for the Thunder.
This is how you value me. This chili street for me is the best $10.99.
Ever since I was young, my dream has been to open a chocolate shop to make unique, colorful, world-class chocolate. Countless flavors, and 5 shops later, I've got a lot on my plate. Acrobat makes my job easier, so I can focus on what's most important. Bringing really good chocolate to really good people.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Tired of struggling with impossible messes in your tub and shower? Some cleaning sprays only target the top layer of grime, making it difficult to remove built-up layers. Switch to Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser. Simply add water to activate. Magic Eraser has the cleaning power of dawn and the scrubbing power of an eraser to effortlessly cut through 100% of the built-up soap, scum, and grime that some sprays leave behind. And because it cleans so well, you can replace multiple cleaning products. Switch to Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser.
Yes, that's okay. That's okay. Forward. Moving forward, right? Go, 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 go. Go ahead and hit him.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, where cousins Shea Gilgis Alexander and Nikhil Alexander are facing each other in these Western Conference Finals. Shea and Nikhil grew up together in Ontario, Canada, very close. They played high school ball together at a prep school in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Shea went on to play college ball at Kentucky, Nikhil at Virginia Tech. SGA was drafted 11th overall in 2018. NAW was the 17th overall pick a year later.
Hill is 26. Jay Gildas Alexander is 26.
Randall misses his jump shot. OKC starting to clutch up defensively. SGA starting to warm up here in the second half. Splits the double team, puts up the shot, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it back in. 64-60. SGA starting to get comfortable. Thunder on an 8-0 run this last 2.5 minutes. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves looking for some sort of offense here. Nas Reed with the ball, being guarded by J-Dub. Reed, he's got to push that out. What is he doing? He spun right into another defender and lost the ball. Williams gets it to Wallace. Wallace back to Williams. Williams drives, puts up a layup. It's good. That's a tough layup. Another timeout by the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Thunder are on a 10-0 run. Minnesota's got to call another timeout. 4:19 left to go. The Timberwolves look lost defensively and offensively. They're not getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. What are they doing? And that is a tough move by Jalen Williams. SGA and Jalen Williams are going off right now in the third quarter. And the Timberwolves have to figure out what they can do to adjust to this.
New Chipotle honey chicken brings a hint of pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle honey chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level. Welcome to Visible. The ultimate wireless. It's one line powered with unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network for just $25 a month. Stream, scroll, browse, and connect with great coverage plus unlimited hotspot included. That's a top-tier network at a budget-friendly cost. But you already knew all that, didn't you?
The Timberwolves are lost right now offensively. They're lost. Foul called on DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves offense is lost right now. They've lost their offense. They've lost their offense.
But he comes out here and he has been given the assignment to guard Julius. Big, strong, down in a wide base defensive stance. The best thing you can do is try to take away that left hand, make him a passer. He's had a couple of defensive plays that have been big time.
SGA drive to the basket, gets blocked by Naz Reid. Here comes Ant. Driving. Mid-range. Can't get it. Right now, they can't get anything going offensively. Isaiah Joe for three. He doesn't hit. Rebound goes to Walker. And here comes Edwards again. Edwards is going to drive. Edwards gets to the basket. Edwards' layup is good. Finally, the Timberwolves are getting some offense going here after that 10-0 run. Edwards finally stops the run. SGA drives. SGA is fouled by Walker.
I think he lost his balance. We're going to have to check that out on replay. T-Wolves not happy with the call. Oh, no, he just tripped. That's the right call. They're reviewing that one.
That's not a foul. That is not a foul. That is not a foul. All right, this is getting ridiculous. Listen, y'all, the way y'all are choosing to blow this whistle in regards to Shea is starting to get too crazy. That's not a foul at all. Where are they seeing the foul there? He tripped on his own. Where are you getting the foul? Nobody's touching this dude. This is the second play I'm seeing this right now where nobody's touching SGA, and yet they're calling a foul.
Well, here's the play that's being challenged. Alexander Walker, kind of grab on the left arm there of Gildas Alexander. And the trip up. He didn't fall away.
I thought it was first of all by Isaiah Joe. I thought his feet were too wide relative to his spacing. But you're right. I mean, that if you're not going to call the illegal screen offensively, you're going to get that foul call on Nikhil.
Well, I see the arm is up there high, but it's that when he goes to the right to make that move, he goes to the right for the in and out. When he brings it back, that's when he loses his balance. There was no contact after that move. But let's see what they call. Here's Jimmy Chambers.
Upon review, there is no illegal contact by the defender.
Thank you.
Therefore, there is not a defensive foul. We have a successful challenge. The imminent possession was Alexander. So Oklahoma City will get the ball side out with 16 on the shot clock. The timeout is given back to Minnesota.
You see right there, it's that in and out.
Thank you. These refs, this is where it's getting bad. These officials, the way they're blowing the whistle in regards to SGA on some of these fouls, it's starting to piss people off. There was no contact there. How is that a foul? There's no contact and you blow the whistle for that. That's what's pissing people off right now. They're blowing the whistle on some of these calls and they're not fouls. What are we doing? Oh man, I'm actually messing this up right now. All right. Let me look at this. I really gotta find another way to fix this up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Still work in progress. Wallace with the ball. Wallace to Caruso. Caruso to Chet. Oh, good jump shot by Williams there. Williams with the nice mid-range. 68-62. Ant driving. Ant looking for space. Walker open for three. he can't hit it. If you're open for three like that, you have got to hit, especially when you take your time. You're open and you take your time, you got to make that shot. Oh my goodness. Kendrick Williams here. Back-to-back baskets for him. OKC up 71-62. Minnesota has got to find some offense here because that offense is not showcasing itself. Naz Reid drive to the basket. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. Minnesota's offense has gone cold. They don't know what they want to do. They look lost out there. They don't know who they want to get the ball to. They're trying to move it around. Guys are getting left open. They're getting good quality shots, but they're missing those shots. Meanwhile, OKC's starting to get comfortable. SGA, mid-range, good. 3 straight baskets for OKC. Minnesota is down by 11. The Thunder are on a 17-2 run. This is where Julius Randle needs to get back in the game. And deep 3. No good. Rebound goes to Chet. And they've got no offense right now. OKC's defense is starting to tighten up. And Minnesota just looks lost offensively. Offensive foul is going to be called on OKC, though, which is going to ruin some of the momentum here. But Kendrick Williams is going to get called for an offensive foul. DiVincenzo for 3. Finally, DiVincenzo's able to get that 3 to go in. SGA driving on Ant. He gets fouled. Puts the shot in anyone. Puts the shot in and the foul. 75-65. Ant cannot believe he got called for that. That's going to be his 4th foul. Once you get any contact on Shea, he's just going to go up. Look at that. Not to mention, he's learned it, man. He's learned it. He's learned how to get contact. He's learned how to get contact without being called for an offensive foul. You get that little lean in from Shea. You get that little lean in, and then boom, he backs up. That lean in and then back. Lean, pull up. Lean, pull up. He gets the foul every time he does that. It's that lean and an immediate pull up. He leans and then lean. So what's up, bro? Who are you rooting for? Honestly, I don't really have a dog in this fight. In terms of the Eastern Conference, I'm rooting for the Pacers because I hate the Knicks. In terms of the Western Conference, I don't mind either one of these teams getting it. But I think OKC is going to win this series. I got the Pacers and the Thunder taking each other on in the finals. That's my prediction. But we'll see what the Timberwolves can do. I just liked OKC. Naz Reid has to put up the 3 with the shot clock winding down. Nothing there. They're trying to generate offense, and they're getting absolutely nothing from it. 40 seconds left. The third quarter is going the way the Thunder want it to go. They're up by 11. Wallace loses the ball. Gets it back. It's going to be a jump ball. So yeah, Ohio games, I don't have a specific guy in this one. I really don't. I cannot root for the Pacers, but I don't like the Knicks. I know you're in a tough situation. The Pacers beat your team, so you can't root for them. But you don't like the Knicks. Cavs beat my team, so like it's not difficult for me to root for the Pacers. I hate the Knicks, and the Cavs already beat my team. It's not a difficult process for me. But I see where you're coming from. DiVincenzo gets it out. Oh, there's a foul. Clark got fouled. Free throws coming up here for him.
have a chance to cut into the lead during the regular season, 78% from the free throw line.
Clark ain't done much of anything. I also have Pacers OKC. Yeah, that's how I have it for the finals here. I'm rooting for everyone to come out healthy. So am I. So am I. Hopefully we get that. Clark at least makes the second free throw, makes it a 10-point game. 7 seconds left. OKC gonna go quick. Williams for three. Can't. Oh, he airballs that one. And that's gonna end the third. Well, there's 0.1 seconds left. Just inbound the ball here. The Thunder roar in this third quarter. They closed the third quarter on an amazing run. What is it? It was like a 21-4 run. They go crazy here in the third. They have a 10-point lead heading into the fourth quarter and a chance to take control early on in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals.
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6. Get the big box y'all love today. The team ready to conquer the grandest stage. Immortality wins. An unforgettable journey is nearing its finale. The NBA Finals begin June 5th on ABC. Tonight's home court advantage brought to you by Homes.com. Richard, and boy, is it a home court advantage. Look, Shea sees three, throws it out. Jalen Williams, what? Rudy Gobert telling him to stay home. Don't come in and help. But then when Shea gets that one-on-one, little step back against one of the best defenders, OKC up 10 to start the fourth.
This is the legendary right here. If this can talk, then it tells stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Miller time.
He escaped.
Give a blue dog ticket. Tickets. Now. Sure that's a dog? Yeah. Lilo and Stitch. Rated PG. In theaters Friday. Get tickets now.
Oh, what do we think? You look like you're ready to walk the red carpet. No, stop it, really? Or at least a vote for a run. These are power pants. Yes. Okay, what about this? Whoa! That's it. That's how you call this. A little blue mischief is landing at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. We're blending up a new flavor, the Ohana Breeze Smoothie. Surf into Tropical Smoothie Cafe with your Ohana. Disney's Lilo and Stitch. Only in theaters May 23rd. Rated PG.
Welcome back to the Western Conference Finals presented by AT&T. Jalen Coach said the defense kept you guys in that first half while the offense was getting figured out. Just what were you guys able to figure out offensively in that third quarter?
Just basketball highs and lows.
32-18 third quarter. The advantage is there. Who's your favorite player of all time in the NBA? That's a good question. DiVincenzo's just chucking up bricks all game. Who is my favorite? Like all time? I mean, definitely growing up for sure, it was between D Wade and LeBron. I also got love for Kobe as well. I'll probably just have to go with D Wade. Oh, now he that's one crazy play that just happened for Minnesota. If I had to choose one play, it'd probably have to be D Wade as a Heat fan. It would have to be D Wade. Chet for three. He puts it in. Ten-point game right now. McDaniels drives. Nothing there. Naz Reid just loses the ball. Oh, the ball got smacked out of his hand, so it's going to stay with Minnesota here. DiVincenzo's bleeding right now, so they have to deal with that. I think he took a smack to the face. But yeah, I'd probably have to say I would have to say D Wade. This is a good defensive game. Yeah, I love the defense is being played by both teams. OKC started out, honestly, OKC played the way I expected them to play. And we'll see how this game ends, but OKC played the exact way I thought they were, which is why I was never really concerned. OKC's coming off of a tough 7-game series with the Denver Nuggets. They had to play Game 7, in which they were down 10 in the first quarter, rallied in the second quarter, took control in the second half. They played Game 7 and then had to come play Game 1 here. So I already knew it was going to take them a little while to get back into order in terms of what they needed to do. Minnesota came out with that fire. Julius Randle mid-range, good. So, like, the Timberwolves came in with the energy early on, and they were going to have to match that. So it was going to take a little while for them to get comfortable. But now that they've gotten comfortable, you should expect to see OKC get back into rhythm, which is exactly what we saw in the third quarter. Caruso for three. He puts it in. So now you're starting to see everybody on OKC's getting comfortable. The shots are being hit. And now the Thunder look like the Thunder we expected to see. Caruso with his second three of the game. He's 2 for 2 from the field. 6 points. DiVincenzo's done virtually nothing. He tries a reverse layup, gets blocked. But the ball is out of bounds. Great block there by Chet. But the ball is out of bounds. Why did DiVincenzo think that was going to work? Bro, Chet is all over you there, and you thought you could reverse layup that? That's crazy. Chet, pump fakes for a three. Gets into the basket, puts up a shot, no good. It's an air ball. Good defense by Minnesota. 82-71. Julius Randle loses the ball. He drives and just loses control of the basketball. J-Dub drives, gets to the corner. Wallace for three. He can't hit. Rebound goes to Randle. McDaniels gets the ball knocked out of bounds there, so it's going to be Minnesota's ball. They're going to retain possession here. At some point, Ant has got to get back in the game. I know you got to rest him because he's dealing with the ankle injury, but some point, oh, that was nearly a steal. And Naz Reid's going to take that chance because the defender went for the steal. Naz Reid had an easy lane to the basket, took it, and got the easy layup. 82-73. At some point, Anthony Edwards needs to come back in this game. Oh, good defense, but they get the ball back, and it's a beautiful pass to Chet with the dunk. Great defense, but they were able to retain possession, get a beautiful bounce pass to Chet, and Chet puts in the slam. Chet with 11 points in this game. Naz Reid to the basket, block, but a foul.
Now Edwards getting off the bench. He's going to come in.
Now Anthony Edwards is going to come in.
Watch the right side of your screen. Chet Holmgren just going, he's pointing out to Mr. Wallace like, throw this thing out, big fella. Instead, he takes the bounce pass, still able to finish.
Doris, I would tell everybody I can't throw lobs. It's going to be a bounce pass, so just get ready for it. So that's the right decision if you're Wallace.
Naz Reid makes the first free throw.
First, well, you can earn badges to win prizes with the NBA ID Playoffs Challenge. Members in the U.S. and Canada who complete the challenge will have a chance at a trip to the NBA draft. Play now on the NBA app or on NBA.com/ID. Gildas Alexander, Dort, Wiggins, Caruso, and Holmgren right now out from Minnesota. And Edwards returns for OKC, that is, and Edwards returns from Minnesota.
Just fresh body. After fresh body. If you look behind the city. Listen, Wallace, you were talking about him flying around.
Naz Reid makes both free throws. 84-75, 9-point game. Anthony Edwards back in the game. 8:40 left to go here in game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Let's see how this is going to turn out. SGA with the ball. Gives it to Chet. Chet turns around and slams it. Another dunk for Chet Holmgren.
Big buckets for Chet Holmgren here on fourth. Back up to 11.
McDaniels, DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo pops a 3. What is DiVincenzo doing at this point? He's just chucking up threes. He's not hitting, and he just keeps chucking up threes. SGA with a heat shot, and he misses. In and out. Unfortunate there. That nearly went down. That was a heat check from SGA. Excuse me. I might have said Anthony Edwards. I meant SGA in case I said Anthony Edwards. Edwards is nearly about to cross the line. Edwards for 3. He can't hit. Rebound goes to Julius Randle, who gets it to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo to Naz Reid. Naz Reid pump fakes. Naz Reid gets it to Randle. Randle at the basket. He's going to get fouled. Wow. That was a whole sequence.
This is what we talk about when I say Chet just needs to slow down. He does a good job, sets a good screen, rolls, finds it. Now look, take your time. You see him? No one can get to you when you're just patient.
No.
He gets an hand on the 360.
I don't know fourth foul, Tommy. They give these 2 more chances. And hits the first free throw. Randle makes both free throws. Back to a 9-point game, 86-77. 7:40 left to go in the game. Julius Randle playing well in this game. OKC turned it on in the third quarter, and they're trying to maintain their lead. In and out, but Chet again. Dude, Chet Holmgren's giving them great minutes here in the fourth quarter. Chet Holmgren's doing a fantastic job here in the fourth quarter. 88-77. Randle being guarded by Dort. Randle's driving. Randle's just going to fall on the floor. I don't even know what you're doing there. That's great defense again. Randle's just trying to force it. SGA gets fouled and one. SGA gets fouled and one. 90-77. Things are starting to look bad here. Things are absolutely starting to look bad here for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
He's on his knees, and he is somehow going to get his shoulders square. There's the bump that makes him lose balance. Falling down to the top of that left side gives it a chance. That's ridiculous.
Okay, some of it he's losing his balance. Some of it is him knowing how to draw fouls at a high level. That's where he has mastered that.
Timeout, Minnesota. You're down 14. Timeout, Minnesota. Just like that, they're down 14. They're struggling offensively. Nothing is going in for them. 14-point game. OKC just getting it going at this point. Oh, yeah.
Connection means something. That's why with AT&T, we'll proactively make it right with a credit for a full day of service if there is a network interruption. That's the AT&T guarantee.
Introducing Propel Energy Boost with caffeine, citicoline, and Gatorade electrolytes to boost your focus and rehydrate your body. Propel Energy Boost with caffeine and citicoline.
The beach is always just a line away. Corona, la playa awaits. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need the protection of Batman.
Easy, people, beat 'em not too fast, baby.
Any last words? Just one. So long, dermatologist. That's why you need the real deal.
Go home, Bateman. Do a podcast or something. That's hurtful.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. On WhatsApp, your personal messages, they're yours. We can't see them.
Hello?
We can't hear them. We can't read them. They're all on WhatsApp. No one can see or hear your personal messages. Not even us.
Jalen Brunson is one of those players that will always reach his potential.
Working my butt off. That has remained constant throughout my entire life. Whatever I can do to help the team win. We want to win a championship. That's the goal. Pacers Knicks tomorrow on TNT.
Now time to take a look at what fans are searching for, presented to you by Google. NBA MVP 24-25, a breakout search in the U.S. And very likely will be the NBA MVP. What a spectacular season he's had, leading this Thunder team to a historic regular season.
Things are looking bad for the Timberwolves. They're running out of time. They're running out of time, and offensively, they just don't look in rhythm. Julius Randle missed his shot, got his own rebound, and put it back in. 12-point game. They're starting to run out of time. The Timberwolves got to get some defensive stops. Williams get to the SGA. SGA being guarded by Randle. Closely guarded by Randle. Got to be careful. Can't foul here. Tough defensive shot. Chet went for the rebound, lost it, and it became a jump ball, but that was after the shot clock ran out. So shot clock violation here.
He showed his hand. That's the difference. Watch this. Once he starts to make it drive, yes, but now he's in that difficult spot. Watch both hands go up. Both hands go up. Do not reach in on Shea. You will pay every time.
The ball pressure from the outside. It took him till below 10 seconds to get anywhere near the free throw line and down.
Up top, DiVincenzo. Good ball movement.
Alexander Walker, tough layup is good. 10-point game once again. 91-81 with 6 minutes left to go in this game. Defensively, this is where Minnesota's got to lock in. SGA to the basket. Layup is good. Shea had a struggling first half and an amazing second half here. He got in his rhythm. It took some time. He's shooting horrible from the field, though. 9 of 26 is horrible. And another brick from DiVincenzo, who has essentially shot his team out of the game with the amount of terrible threes he has taken today. He just keeps chucking threes. Stop chucking threes. Holy crap. You're shooting your team out the game. Stop chucking threes, buddy. That's a clear foul. You held him there because he was going to go right past you. And that's going to end McDaniel's night. That was his 6th foul. He has officially fouled out. Jaden McDaniels is done for the rest of the night, which is basically a big indicator that this is going to be it for OKC because that's one of their main defensive guys. And he's, sorry, not for OKC, for Minnesota. That's pretty much going to be it for Minnesota because Minnesota's one of, if not their best defensive guy, one of, if not their best perimeter defensive guys just fouled out. So, yeah, I don't, unless OKC just blows it or Minnesota goes on a crazy run, OKC's going to take game 1. OKC for sure is going to take game 1. He missed the second free throw, though. Shea hit the first, missed the second. 13-point game. If there's any time for Ant to get something going, now would be the time. Walker hits a big 3 here. Makes it a 10-point game. At 94-84, they're stuck at that 10-point range. If they can just make a few stops defensively to give themselves opportunity to get this close. Oh, look at the space created there. Once SGA gets that space, he's going to sink that jumper clean. 96-84. You can't let him get space. Once he gets space, that's a wrap. And Anthony Edwards lost the ball. Out of bounds. Turnover here by Minnesota. Everything going OKC's way. Minnesota offensively just cannot get anything going right now. 12-point game, 4.5 left to go. This is where OKC can put this game on ice. Lou Dort for 3. He splashes it. Timeout, Minnesota. It's a 15-point game, and that's probably going to be the sleeper. That could be the dagger. Still time left on the clock, but that could potentially be the dagger.
Very tough first half offensively, Shea in particular. But as soon as that extra defender commits or is in the vicinity, the ball movement is on point. Little rain coming down in OKC. We're accustomed to that.
That was a rainbow 3, too. It's looking bad for Minnesota, man. 4.5 left to go, but they can't make a stop. They're leaving guys open for 3. Shea has gotten in the rhythm and he hasn't missed. I'm not gonna lie, man. DiVincenzo chucking up all the threes he chucked up. Just bad offense. Bad offense from the Timberwolves. Bad offense from the Timberwolves. I'm using SGA defender, but these foul baiting crazy. I mean, yeah, listen, he's doing the right thing in terms of creating contact to get the foul. That's what you got to do sometimes to get to the free throw line. I've never had a problem with that. You got to do what you can do to get to the free throw line. To get any sort of space, any sort of contact. If you need space, you're going to have to get... There's going to be a level of push off with space. But when it comes to, getting that contact that you need to get to the free throw line, it's just simple fundamentals. Again, I don't think anyone's ever going to beat out James Harden for how he foul baited at the three-point line. When you're driving to the basket, you're getting contact. So it makes sense to get that contact to get to the free throw line. But with James Harden, he was doing that on step-back threes. I don't know how the hell he was pulling that off. You put your hand up to try to defend him at the three-point line, and immediately you're going to get fouled. Immediately you're going to get called for the foul. It was nasty work.
Native is made with 9 clean ingredients and is good for your skin without leaving white marks or residue. 72-hour odor protection that cares for skin isn't a myth.
Oh, there's so many times he isn't even getting contact. He's falling to the ground before even being touched. Yeah, there's some moments like that where you're looking at that. Like we had 2 of these moments in this game today, where it's legitimate, like legitimate plays where no, he didn't get fouled, but they called it a foul.
Instant online offer. CarMax.
Coming up after we're done here in Oklahoma City Sports Center, and we'll have full post-game coverage from Game 1. More SGA Wire. Hey, 2 more minutes. No, 2 more minutes. 2 minutes, come on. 2 minutes, dog. They shot 37% in the first half. They've shot 61% in the second. Another 31-point game. 8 assists, 5 rebounds.
15-point game. Randall gets a layup. That's 100% not the reason they won, to be honest, because Timberwolves stunk this game, but I hate watching this. I wanted to see guys at least try. Yeah, I mean, again, I would say a big part of it was 2 aspects that lead to why OKC won game 1. The first would have to be the defense that, oh, look at this lob. The first would have to be the defensive play by the Thunder in the third quarter because they really tightened up defensively. So the defensive play by OKC got them into it. Number 2 would have to be the increase in offense from both Shea and J-Dub because those two, Shea and J-Dub in the third quarter, turning up the way they did, Shea starting to get into the rhythm, J-Dub attacking the basket consistently, that is what got them control of the game. And then Chet here in the fourth quarter also helping take over, which opened up everything for them offensively. But most importantly, from the Minnesota standpoint, dude, they were just missing so many open threes. DiVincenzo could not stop chucking up threes. He kept chucking up so many damn threes. And everybody's looking around saying, what are you doing? DiVincenzo chucking up 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. Brick, 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 brick. Not to mention Minnesota's offense in the third quarter, they lost themselves. They couldn't figure out how to execute anything. OKC has 28 points off of turnovers. That's another aspect. The turnovers today by Minnesota. Disgusting turnovers. It's been awful. So it's a collective. It's a collective. That 5-point swing at the end of the second quarter was huge. Timberwolves could have extended lead to 10, but they fumbled with a stupid. This is over. All right, call the game. Call the game. Alex Caruso just hit another 3. That's game. 104-86. It's over. It's over. You can take your starters out. Another turnover. That's game. All right. OKC is 1. This has turned into a blowout. OKC is 1. I might as well head on out now. If they call a timeout after this, I'm heading out. But yeah, it's over. It's over. It is absolutely over. I can head on now because it's 11 o'clock and I got work tomorrow.
Caruso this offseason. What does he do? He guards Jokic all series. He guards Julius Randle all series and knocks down.
Minnesota is going to have to make some adjustments, but more so, they have to be better shooting the basketball in game 2. They've been awful. They're still playing. I mean, it's an 18-point game. At this point, you're kind of just cooked. They can't even properly hold on to the ball. Caruso's being a pest right now on Anthony Edwards. Edwards just has to give it up to Naz Reid. Look at this. The threes that the Timberwolves usually make, they just didn't make them today. So expect the Timberwolves to be better shooting the basketball. They've outscored the Timberwolves 60-38 in the second half. Expect the Timberwolves to shoot the ball better in game 2. I expect a better shooting performance from this team collectively in game 2. But in terms of tonight, they just shot so poorly from the field in the second half. They shot so poorly from the field in the second half that they had no shot to do anything. Guys were breaking wide open threes. DiVincenzo was missing wide open threes. Alexander Walker, Jaden McDaniels, guys were missing wide open threes. Naz Reid is even missing wide open threes. Threes that they were usually making, they just missed tonight. You're going to get games like this where sometimes that three's not going to hit it. I mean, DiVincenzo had 2 threes that literally went in and out of the basket. It's one of those moments. But this is pretty much over. I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you guys for watching. The Oklahoma City Thunder officially win Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. They're going to take a 1-0 lead here in Game 1, and we'll see what happens in Game 2. Game 2 will be on Thursday, I believe, so we'll see what adjustments the Timberwolves can make. They lose Game 2. The only reason they were in this game is because, okay, I don't know if you can sit back and say they lose Game 2. We can't automatically assume they're going to lose Game 2. The Timberwolves shot so poorly from the three when they're usually a good three-point shooting team. And yeah, Shea didn't play well in the first half. In the second half, he played great. But you also have to remember, Chet and J-Dub played well in this game. And we've had questions about both Chet and J-Dub being consistent enough. The Timberwolves shot awful from the three-point line. A team that's usually good at shooting the basketball, you don't expect them to shoot poorly from the three. With the amount of wide-open threes they were missing, you should at least consider that this team is going to shoot better, not only from the three-point line, but from the field. Look at this. The Timberwolves are shooting 30% from three and 35% from the field. I don't think they're going to shoot like that in Game 2. They're 15 of 50 from three. 15 of 50 from three. I don't think that's an expectation. I don't think that's something you should expect to see from the Timberwolves. To shoot 15 of 50 from three, I don't think that's going to be the case in Game 2. Now, will this improve shooting that we could hope to see from the Timberwolves? Will that help them win Game 2? I don't know. But the Timberwolves have the adjustments that need to be made. But most importantly, guys just got to hit shots. Guys have to hit shots. The starters have officially been taken out. There's 2 minutes left in the game. I'm going to head out of here. The Oklahoma City Thunder have officially taken Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. They have a 1-0 lead. We'll see what happens in Game 2. With that being said, that's all I got for you guys. Be sure to stay safe, and peace out.